Today our topic is why you should practice voluntary discomfort. Life is not always easy. Sometimes it feels like the world is against us, and we face challenges that seem too big to handle. But what if I told you that you could make yourself stronger, not by avoiding these challenges, but by seeking them out? This is the idea behind voluntary discomfort. It means choosing to do hard things, even when you don't have to, so that you can grow and become more resilient. Let me explain why this is so important and how it can change your life. First, let's talk about what voluntary discomfort means. It's about making small sacrifices or putting yourself in uncomfortable situations on purpose. For example, you might skip a meal to understand hunger, sleep on the floor to appreciate your bed, or take a cold shower to build mental toughness. These actions might seem strange or unnecessary, but they have a powerful purpose. They teach you to be comfortable with discomfort, which is a skill that can help you in every area of life. One reason to practice voluntary discomfort is to build mental strength. Life is unpredictable, and you never know when you might face a difficult situation. If you're used to always being comfortable, a sudden challenge can feel overwhelming. But if you've trained yourself to handle discomfort, you'll be better prepared. Think of it like exercise. When you lift weights, you're putting stress on your muscles, and this makes them stronger. In the same way, when you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, you're training your mind to handle stress and adversity. Another reason to practice voluntary discomfort is to appreciate what you have. It's easy to take things for granted when you're used to them. For example, if you always have a warm bed, a full fridge, and a hot shower, you might forget how lucky you are. But if you spend a night sleeping on the floor, or go without food for a day, you'll start to see these everyday comforts in a new light. This can make you more grateful and help you find joy in the simple things. Voluntary discomfort also teaches you to control your desires. In today's world, we're constantly surrounded by temptations. There's always something new to buy, eat, or experience, and it's easy to get caught up in wanting more. But when you practice voluntary discomfort, you learn to say no to these impulses. You realize that you don't need everything you want, and this can give you a sense of freedom. Instead of being controlled by your desires, you become the one in charge. Let's look at some examples of how you can practice voluntary discomfort in your daily life. One simple way is to fast for a day. This doesn't mean starving yourself, but rather skipping a meal or two to understand what hunger feels like. This can help you appreciate food more and also teach you self-control. Another example is taking cold showers. Most people prefer hot showers because they're comfortable, but a cold shower can wake you up, boost your energy, and build your mental toughness. You can also try sleeping on the floor or without a pillow for a night. This might sound strange, but it can help you appreciate your bed and improve your ability to sleep in different conditions. Another way to practice voluntary discomfort is to limit your use of technology. We're so used to having our phones, computers, and TVs that it's hard to imagine life without them. But try spending a day without your phone or TV. You might feel bored or disconnected at first, but this can help you appreciate the time you have and find other ways to enjoy yourself. You could read a book, go for a walk, or spend time talking to someone in person. These small changes can make a big difference in how you see the world. Now, let's talk about the benefits of practicing voluntary discomfort. One of the biggest benefits is that it builds resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from difficult situations, and it's a skill that everyone needs. When you're used to being comfortable, even small problems can feel like big obstacles. But when you've practiced voluntary discomfort, you'll be better equipped to handle challenges. You'll know that you can survive and even thrive in difficult conditions, and this can give you confidence in your ability to face whatever life throws at you. Another benefit is that it helps you develop self-discipline. Self-discipline is the ability to control your actions and stick to your goals, even when it's hard. This is a valuable skill in every area of life, from work to relationships to personal growth. When you practice voluntary discomfort, you're training yourself to do things you don't want to do, and this can make it easier to stay disciplined in other areas. For example, if you can say no to a warm shower, you'll find it easier to say no to distractions when you're working on a project. Voluntary discomfort can also help you become more empathetic. When you experience discomfort, even if it's by choice, you gain a better understanding of what others might be going through. For example, if you've gone without food for a day, you'll have a deeper appreciation for people who face hunger every day. This can make you more compassionate and willing to help others. It can also help you connect with people on a deeper level, because you'll have a better understanding of their struggles. Now, let's talk about how to get started with voluntary discomfort. The key is to start small and gradually increase the challenges. If you try to do too much too soon, you might get discouraged and give up. Instead, choose one small thing to start with, like taking a cold shower or skipping dessert. Once you're comfortable with that, you can try something a little harder, like fasting for a day or sleeping on the floor. Remember, the goal is not to punish yourself, but to grow and learn. It's also important to have a positive mindset when practicing voluntary discomfort. Instead of thinking of it as a punishment, see it as an opportunity to grow. Remind yourself of the benefits and focus on how it's making you stronger. It's also helpful to keep a journal and write about your experiences. This can help you track your progress and reflect on what you've learned. Finally, let's talk about the long-term impact of practicing voluntary discomfort. Over time, this practice can transform the way you see the world and yourself. You'll become more resilient, more disciplined, and more appreciative of what you have. You'll also develop a deeper understanding of your own limits and strengths. This can give you a sense of confidence and freedom, knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way. In conclusion, practicing voluntary discomfort is a powerful way to grow and improve yourself. It might seem strange or difficult at first, but the benefits are worth it. By choosing to do hard things, you can build mental strength, appreciate what you have, and gain control over your desires. So, I encourage you to give it a try. Start small, stay positive, and see how it changes your life. Remember, the goal is not to make yourself miserable, but to become stronger and more capable. Life is full of challenges, but with voluntary discomfort, you will be ready to face them head on.